campaign in Gwagwalada Area Council. And countries around the world commemorate World Hijab Day. A very good evening. Thanks for joining us on NTA Channel 5 News at 7. I am Miriam Amadi. The Federal Road Safety Corps has again fulfilled all requirements by the International Organization of Standardization, ISO, and has been recertified ISO 9001-2015 Quality Management System Standard in Road Safety Administration and Traffic Management by the Standard Organization of Nigeria, SON. Spokesperson of the Corps, BC Kazim, says the recertification came after a successful audit of FRSC processes and procedures by system auditors from SON, among other mandatory activities carried out towards the recertification of the Corps. The Corps assures the motoring public of sustainability of this recertification through enhanced productivity, professionalism, and effective service delivery. And the latest on COVID-19 figures from the Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC, as of 31st January 2022, indicate 5 new cases of COVID-19 in the FCT. The number of confirmed cases stands at 28,192, while active cases now 540, and the number of discharged cases stands at 27,405, and 247 deaths have been recorded in the FCT. Now, more than 100 countries in the world commemorate World Hijab Day every February 1st. Hawagimba takes a look at this year's theme, Hijab, a crime, not a crime.
First celebrated in 2013, World Hijab Day is observed to recognize millions of Muslim women who wear the hijab to live the life of modesty. The day creates opportunity to raise more awareness about the challenges faced by those who are done. The hijab in recent years has raised controversy among many, necessitating more Muslim groups insisting on their rights to wear the hijab in places where it was hitherto banned. Muslim women feel proud wearing the hijab as it is an injunction by Allah.
To use an example that where you keep 2 eggs, one is exposed and the other one is covered. Which will you take naturally? You take the one that is covered. And since God too has said that a Muslim woman should cover herself, and you as a Muslim woman, your identity is your hijab.
We hope to reach out to more women and to enlighten and give them that awareness that hijab is not a crime.
Hijab for us is modesty.
The World Hijab Day, which has as its theme, Hijab, our crown, not a crime. Scholars say it is to further create awareness for Muslim women to wear the hijab. Hawagimba, NTA News.
Now let's join Ifeoma Ojinta for countdown on FCT 2022 Area Council selection.
Thank you very much, Miriam, and welcome to Countdown to FCT Area Council elections. We begin the countdown segment today with some reports of campaign flag-off, and we begin. The All Progressives Congress APC has flagged off its chairmanship and councillorship campaigns in Kuje with the FCT Minister of State, Ramatu Tijani Aliyu, and party chieftains asking Kuje people to vote for the APC candidates for better grassroots and infrastructure development. Abdullahi Hajia brings us details from Kuje Township Stadium.
It is about the FCT February 12 Area Council elections, and Kuje Area Council is bracing up to the political contest, with the electioneering campaigns by the gladiators getting more interesting. The APC flag-off campaign in Kuje hits the stadium, where party faithful, supporters and chieftains rolled out their drums to welcome the FCT Minister of State, Ramatu Tijani Aliyu, and her team, where speakers unanimously agreed that the APC chairmanship candidate is the right candidate for the council's job.
We need people who have Kuje at heart. We have a lot of things we want to do for Kuje.
Minister of State, while presenting the APC flags to the chairmanship and councillorship candidates, urged the people of Kuje to vote for the APC so as to connect more with the APC leadership at the center, promising more government presence with the APC in power in Kuje to consolidate on what the FCT administration has done so far.
You cannot be as close yet too far to enjoy the dividends of democracy. We have detailed engineering design of Kuje, construction of Kuje, Shadain and Toro.
However, stakeholders appeal for a transparent and violence-free process where democracy will further be entrenched in Kuje. Abdullah Hajia, NTV News.
Meanwhile, Chairman Kuje Area Council Abdullahi Suleiman Sabo has officially flagged off his re-election campaign on the platform of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Kuje Town. The party chairman and stakeholders say the grassroots development brought about by the incumbent is enough evidence to bring him back for the second term. Again, Abdullahi Ajia reports.
It's barely 3 weeks to the FCT Area Council polls. Politicians are back to the field to canvass support of the electorate for mandate to serve the people. In Kuje Area Council, the incumbent chairman Abdullahi Suleiman Sabo commenced his campaign for re-election as Kuje Town stood still for the crowd and groups who came to show support for the PDP candidates. Presenting the party flags to the candidates, PDP stalwarts from the national and state level, including Senator representing the FCT, in their solidarity campaign for the chairmanship and councillorship candidates, called for a peaceful and credible process.
Very proud of you. He's doing well, and whoever that is doing well, what you do to him, more work.
We made it clear that the essence of democracy is not to fight.
So far, in Federal Capital Territory, you've not witnessed any violence or whatsoever in any of our campaign.
Kuje Area Council chairman in an interview maintains that his re-election will guarantee more people-oriented projects and welfare of the people.
I assure you that politicking will never deter us from doing what we are supposed to do, or for trying to discharge this responsibility.
Across board, stakeholders advise supporters and party faithful to be law-abiding before, during and after the elections. Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
In the meantime, the All Progressives Congress is the party to beat come February 12th. This is the position of party supporters at the APC campaign flag-off in Gwagwalada Area Council. Onoze Yakubu tells us more.
Members of the All Progressives Congress from the 10 political wards converged on Gwagwalada main township for the campaign flag.
Abuja was once the chairman, and everybody knows his antecedent and what he has done. So they are coming to just say, for the good work you have started, continue under the same platform that you started then, though AMPP, but now APC. He has come to show that APC is a party to reckon with.
I keep on telling people that victory is ours, that we don't have to suffer before we win our election. People are thinking that I'm joking. I hope now by this crowd, people to leave what they are doing, people to leave the comfort of the weekend to come for this flag up. You know, victory is for us.
The arrival of the FCT Minister of State Ramatu Tijani Aliyu and the APC party stalwarts set the tone for the flag-off. The minister enumerates the achievements of the APC-led administration in Gwagwalada Area Council in the areas of road construction, electricity supply, and other critical infrastructure provided, hence the need for continuity in governance.
Let him complete the second time.
The minister thereafter presented party flags to the Gwagwalada chairmanship candidate and all the councillorship candidates of the 10 political wards. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
Now joining us on Countdown to the Area Council elections to talk to us about campaigns and the party's readiness for the polls is the FCT chairman of the National Rescue.
Fully in the FCT.
Okay, we've not really seen much of, your campaigns in the from the NRM. What are you doing?
Yes, we have flagged off my candidate, that is the AMAC candidate. She is flagged off on Sunday, and in fact, it was very intense, And in fact, what we are bringing to the table is a massive, it's like hurricane, and it will shock Abuja and these environs because it's in fact it's a campaign that has not happened before, because this is a campaign. In fact, I call it a street campaign, you understand? We call it street credibility. It is not something we go to buy crowd and all of that. This is organic crowd we're going to, be showcasing to the people of Abuja, and it's going to be a massive one.
Okay, the NRM seem to be a party for the youths,
yes.
And you are, among the very few who have fielded a female candidate for the AMAC chairmanship election. How ready are you for this race?
Yeah, the lady in question is very, in fact, has over time shown capacity, she has shown competence, she has shown character, and she has shown charisma, and I believe in her so much because, in fact, she has more competence, more capacity than some of the men that slug it out with her during the primaries. And I believe and going further, definitely she would make the party proud and the people of AMAC proud, because she has got what it takes to really wrestle power from the All Progressive Congress.
Now, what other values does your party have, or intend to inject into the polity to win the hearts of the electorate?
My party, the National Rescue Movement, as the name implies, rescue. Rescue is not just a selling point for us as party, but if you check the logo of the party, we have the honeybee. Honeybee has in several meanings, you understand. But what we focus on is the sweetness of the honey that comes out of the bee. The time of our suffering, where we were oppressed by our politicians and all of that, we were oppressed by poverty and poor leadership. That time has gone. Before you get honey from the bee, you have to, in fact, it has to pass through some processes, and these processes we've passed through as a country, we've passed through as a constituency or an area council. We've passed through suffering, we've passed through poverty, we've passed through underdevelopment, and this is the time we need to reap, what we've sowed over time, because the indigene and the constituents, they are no longer, cajoled again. In fact, we've gone beyond that stage of, using nepotism to do politics, using tribalism or ethnicity to do politics. Now, politics is without hate, you understand, because we have grown beyond that state of mediocrity. And like I said before, this area council election, the people believe in the Zuma. I also call it Zuma because it is honeybee.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, aside AMAC, did you field candidates in other area councils?
We have some. We filled in Kwali, we filled in Abaji. I think this is 3 area councils we filled.
All for chairmanship or chairmanship and councillorship?
Chairmanship and their councillors.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, when you talk about youth, as an NRM, a party for the youths, what age brackets are we looking at, your candidates?
Yes, my candidates are from 23 to 32.
Okay.
Yes.
And why?
Yes, because we believe so much in the youthful exuberance. Because we use the positive side of their exuberance to get what we want. Because Nigerian youth be dead. So many of our politicians, or so to say our leaders, they don't believe that we can do something. And such, the leadership of the National Rescue Movement, headed by Senator Dan Sadao, believe so much in the great potentials of Nigerian youth. Like, you know, I am the FCT chairman of my party and I'm just 29 years old, you know, and giving me that mandate as the FCT chairman, I've done so much for my party and my country. And as such, I also use my structure because I also contested for the last election. They also gave me that opportunity to contest for the last election, and I came number 3. You understand? With over 56,000 votes under the same platform, National Rescue Movement. So you can see that the party is not just a small party like everybody or some persons would say.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Chairman, National Rescue Movement, Nixon Chukwuka Odimbu. It's been a pleasure having you on Countdown, and we really hope to see what you have for us during the elections. Thank you so
very
much,
ma'am. Thank you.
And that concludes Countdown for this week. Over now to Miriam for the rest of the news.
And now sports. Ikechukwu Ezenwa threatened Heartland FC of Owerri over unpaid salary as the battle line has been drawn for the last 4 clash of the African Cup of Nations billed for Wednesday and Thursday. Let's join Aisha Adeni for more on Sports Brief.
Former Heartland FC goalkeeper Ikechukwu Ezenwa is ready to take legal action against the Owerri-based club over unpaid accumulated salary and breach of contract. In AFCON 2013 AFCON finalists, the Stallions of Burkina Faso will be locking horns with 2019 silver medalist Senegal in the first semi-final of the 2021 AFCON in Cameroon on Wednesday, while host Cameroon will have a date with 7-time champions, the Pharaohs of Egypt, on Thursday. Meanwhile, Everton announced on Tuesday the signing of Tottenham midfielder Dele Alli on a 2.5-year contract until the end of June 2024. The England international played 260 times and scored 67 goals for Spurs after joining in February 2015. With Sports Brief, Aisha Adeni, NTN News.
And just before we go, remember to take your COVID-19 vaccine and adhere strictly to safety protocols. That's the news in English. Translation is next. Stay.
Kwa wena iwu abada zaza ishandaje zuma onewa gobagnai abakosa ajinko shinpeda kuje gwamnati bibi a kinzin da Abdullahi Sulaiman Sabo wa gange wala aduba guya sheba azakinya wen gange abai kinwo kpaje bayi no party na ikoge PDP Abdullahi ajia wona ale sheba obe na bedai wa gange azar na gbai party ya bada ba chige nya jiko ba funubo kotajin kwa bu aweyon atnetun wo kushinjin ko kunchelo wa jezebe wa godia nwo bayi bayiya ozata ganya wa gawen kpeyun party nun ayikoge APC yin ba gange ba na bejin agnabie nun azakin ba bele nyele yin kakapia ko na piegun awoche ya bayin oneze yakubu wale sheba wobe na bedai wa gange aza mba ni filo party ba ne dade esa nbe egu adiba sheba azakinya ya nun gwagwala da gwamnati bibi akinzin na gbaza bedai wa chige bedata zada apin asukon saisu.
Masu kallo da sauraron mu assalamu alaikum, barkanmu da haka ga fasarar wasu daga cikin labaran yau a takaice mai karantawa Yusuf Yakubu. Shugaban karamar hukumar Kuje Abdullahi Suleiman Sabo ya kaddamar da yakin neman zabensa na tazarce a hukumance a jam'iyyar PDP a garin Kuje. Wakilin Abdullahi Haji ya haɗo mana rahoto cewa shugaban jam'iyyar da masu ruwa da tsaki sun ce ayyukan alherin da shugaban karamar hukumar mai ci yayi shaida ce kwakwara da ke nuna cewa ya cancanci dawowa wa'adi na biyu don ci gaba da ayyukan alheri. 'Yan jam'iyyar APC sun ce ita ce jam'iyyar da za ta sami nasara a zaben shugabannin ƙananan hukumomin Abuja da za a yi ranar 12 ga watan Fabrairu. Wakilinmu Sha'ibu ne zai Yakubu ya rawaito mana cewa sun bayyana haka ne a lokacin da suka kaddamar da yakin neman zaben jam'iyyar a garin Gwagwalada. To duka ya kici abin da ya sauwaka kenan sai da safen ku.
Nnọọ n'akụkọ ụwa nke taa, aha m bụ Rachel Ifi Ono tọọ ntị n'ala nara anyị akụkọ anyị jiri bịa n'uhuruchi a. Onye isi oche n'okpuru ọchịchị Kuje Abdullahi Suleiman Sabo amalitela mgbasa ozi maka agba nke abụọ nke ọkwa onye isi oche site n'otu ndọrọndọrọ ọchịchị PDP na ya bụ obodo. Abdullahi Ajia wetara akụkọ na onye isi oche na ndị ọnụ na-eru n'okwu na ya bụ obodo mere ka ọ mata na mmepe obodo ya bụ onye isi oche wetara bụ ihe ịrịba ama na ya bụ nwa amadi kwesịrị ịlaghachi azụ n'ọkwa maka agba nke abụọ. Ya bụ onye isi oche n'aka nke ya kwekwara nkwa na ọchịchị ya ga-eweta mmepe ma hụ maka ọdịmma ndị mmadụ ma enye ya ohere ịlaghachi azụ nke abụọ. Ndị otu ndọrọndọrọ ọchịchị APC site na ngalaba dị iche iche agbakọọla n'okpuru ọchịchị Gwagwalada maka mmalite mgbasa ozi maka ndọrọndọrọ ọchịchị. Onoze Yakubu wetara akụkọ na minista bụ aka na-achị steeti Abuja Ramatu Tijani Aliu gụpụtara ihe ndị ọ rụpụtara site na ọchịchị APC dịka ịrụ ụzọ, ọkụ latrik nakwa ihe owuwu dị iche iche. Ya bụ minista jikwazi ohere a nyefee ọkọlọtọ otu APC n'aka onye na-azọ ọkwa onye isi oche nakwa ọkwa kanselọ na ngalaba ndọrọndọrọ ọchịchị 10 dị na ya bụ obodo. Onye ọma na-ege ntị, anyị apịachiela akụkọ ụwa nke taa. Ndewo.
Ẹ̀kálẹ́ o, ìròyìn ló ń dé sí etí gbọ̀nyìn láti lè ṣe amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún l'Àbújá. Ọláyínká Adéníjì ni oníròyìn yẹn. Alága ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Kuje Abdullahi Suleiman Sabo ti ṣíṣọ lójú eégún ìpolongo rẹ̀ fún ètò àtúnyànpadà sórí àlééfà gẹ́gẹ́ bí alága lẹ́ẹ̀kejì lábẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú alábùradà PDP ní ìletò Kuje. Aṣojúkọ̀ròyìn wa Abdullahi Ajia jábọ̀ wípé alága ọ̀hún àti àwọn àgbà ògbóǹtarìgì ẹgbẹ́ náà ní iṣẹ́ àti ìṣe jákèjádò ìgbèríko Kuje ló gbé alága ọ̀hún wọlé tẹ́lẹ̀ rí ní èyí tó já sí pé ó tún lè ṣe ẹ̀ẹ̀kejì láìsí àní-àní. Ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC ní ẹgbẹ́ tí yóò jáwé olúborí nínú ètò ìbò tó ń bọ̀ ní ọjọ́ 12 oṣù kejì ọdún tá a wà yìí. Aṣojúkọ̀ròyìn wa Onoze Yakubu jábọ̀ wípé èyí ni ìpinnu àti àníyàn àwọn alátìlẹyìn ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀hún níbi ayẹyẹ ètò ìpolongo ẹ jẹ́ a ṣe kó dáa ní ìjọba àbílẹ̀ Gwagwalada lónìí. Tó ròyìn àwọn kò ní ju báyìí lọ, ọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan láòjí o, ká sùn láyọ̀.